Florida red tide is the common name for a large number of the phytoplankton species that's endemic to the Gulf of Mexico called Karenia brevis. There are thousands of species of phytoplankton. Very few are toxic, or they've developed a defense mechanism where they release a toxin that can harm aquatic life. Karenia brevis, or Florida red tide, is one of those species. However, what makes it unique is that the toxin can actually what's called aerosolize. It attaches to sea salt particles in the atmosphere and can move onshore with winds, causing healthy people to cough or sneeze. But for those with COPD or asthma, this can be really serious. So because this is a public health threat, it's really important to understand Florida red tide, where it is, and what beach to go to make sure that you have a happy and healthy day. We currently have a patchy bloom of Florida red tide from Collier County all the way to South Pasco County, for those that don't live here, like Naples to like Tampa area. And this bloom in particular likely started from a chain of events that occurred after Hurricane Ian, which caused an upwelling event, meaning bottom waters, which are nutrient rich, colder with Karenia brevis cells, likely came to the top. With winds and currents, these blooms move closer to shore. They multiply with nutrients from fertilizer, natural material, dead stuff, and in fact they can basically feed themselves at one point because they can use nutrients from the dead fish that they kill. They can actually use nutrients from dead Karenia brevis as well. They are not picky eaters. I'm receiving a lot of questions about the sewage spills throughout the Pinellas County. As a scientist, we cannot assume causation when there's a correlation. However, we do know if there's an existing bloom and a release of high nutrients, a bloom can be exacerbated. And now down south, we have releases of Lake Okeechobee right now. And the reason why that's so important is to make it less likely that we will have to release during summer months when the lake is mostly covered with cyanobacteria. And in recent years, we know that cyanobacteria bloom has been dominated by a toxic species called microcystis, releasing a toxin called microcystin, and that has been linked to various health effects. And the last time that we released Lake Okeechobee with all that cyanobacteria when there was existing Florida red tide bloom caused Florida to be in a state of emergency during the 2018 Florida water crisis. So that's what everybody is trying to prevent right now. And all of this is why the efforts of Captains for Clean Water is so important. They have done so much to move that water south, to get storage areas south of Lake Okeechobee, to prevent from releases of Lake Okeechobee to our coastal waterways. So you can donate or help or get involved with Captains for Clean Water. Go to their page right here. Go to the link in their bio and find out how you can help.
Stereotype to science.